Good morning. I'm Kacky Walton. Checking on the arts is made possible by Memphis College of Art and the Orpheum Theater. The Memphis Jewish Home and Rehab Center is now home to a new rotating art gallery in the Gomez Auditorium. It's appropriately been named the Gomez Auditorium Art Gallery, and it came about because of a wonderful idea that Zoe Nadel had, and I know that listeners are all familiar with her. She's been an artist for over 50 years, and she's shown all over town, and everybody's familiar with her. I know I enjoy reading her day sponsorship every year. It's something I look forward to. She joins me in the studio this morning with Joel Ashner, the Director of Philanthropy and Community Engagement at the Memphis Jewish Home and Rehab Center. Nice to have you both here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, before we talk about the art gallery specifically, so Joel, I wanted you maybe to give people a little overview about the Memphis Jewish Home and Rehab if they didn't know. I didn't know there was a rehab center even connected to it.
Yes. We actually are much more better known for our long-term care. We've been in existence since 1927, but in the last probably 10 or so years, we've started to do a lot more rehab work with people needing having hip replacements, knee replacements, needing rehab. We've done a lot more of that.
So did you have a gym in existence, or you just built a whole other facility to do that?
We had a very small gym in existence just for our long-term residents when they needed some therapy, but we have expanded that to another larger space, and we're actually looking at building an addition onto the building to make it even larger.
Oh, that's great. Now, this is the reason we want people to come out, see the art that's hanging in the Gomez Auditorium Art Gallery, because a portion of the sales of art that will be shown is going to go right back to this facility.
Exactly.
And, you're a nonprofit, just like WKNO is. And
Absolutely.
So, every little bit helps.
Absolutely.
Well, so how did you get the idea to put a permanent art gallery in this space?
Well, in the past 2 years, I was asked to be the art director for a show that the Home puts on titled Home is Where the Art Is. The idea credit goes to Joan Weiss, who had to be a resident there for an amount of time, and there was no art. And she said, I want art on the walls. Oh. So she came up with the idea for the art show, and why was the chairman and I set up the artist in the auditorium. I saw the fantastic empty art walls they had. Uh-huh. And when you're an artist and you see empty walls, you say, yes, this could be an art gallery.
So about how big is the space?
Joel.
Oh, gosh. Each of the walls is about 21 feet long, and they're two separate walls. We'll have two artists that'll be showing at the same time. Mm-hmm. And so it's a pretty big space.
That's so great. So you were the inaugural artist.
I was, but to back up with the idea, when I saw the space and I saw the opportunity, it's extremely well lit. There's great wall space. I approached Joel with my idea, and she jumped on it, and she took the idea to the appropriate people at the home, the committee, and they said, Zoe, if you're willing to bring it to life, we're willing to have that. So I approached my husband, Alan, with the idea, and also, to fund the necessary equipment to hang the artwork. And he said, absolutely. So from idea to reality, it is now an art gallery.
I love it.
And we are filled for 2017. Now, artists, listen to me. We still want you to apply. There are a lot of other years coming down the road.
So between the time that you had the idea to when it came to fruition, about how much time had passed? How long did it take to get this up and going?
I believe that we did the last Home is Where the Art Is in March. I approached Joel in April. We came here in June to see your state-of-the-art equipment to hang artwork, and I hung my artwork in August.
Oh my gosh, it happened so quickly.
It was very quick.
That's so great. And it's just been a labor of love for you, hasn't it?
It has been, because there's such a healing factor to art. A big part of my motivation, my mission, was when I saw the residents and their families and their caregivers wheeling them through the halls, I said, what a wonderful go-to place for them to interact with the art. it engages, as we all know, a different side of the brain. And then Jo came up with a wonderful idea. She approached me about if any of the artists showing would be interested in teaching a class. So we offer that as well. And I went ahead and taught a collage class, and a fantastic experience.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It was fabulous. I witnessed it. It was absolutely fabulous.
I mean, the power of art, it's just, it's massive. It's just massive. I mean, and I can speak from personal experience about being in a place. I was when my husband was in hospice, and we were surrounded by beautiful art, and people might not realize what that does to calm your soul. You're going through a difficult time, and it just, being able to reflect, being able to go out in a space and look at beautiful art on the wall, you just can't put a price on it. I mean, it's just it does wonders for your spirit and your heart and your soul.
Absolutely.
There is another part of the program, I'll turn this over to Joel, that we ask artists who are showing for the first time to donate a piece of artwork. And Joel, do you want to pick up what you do?
Anyone who has participated, that's one of the things that we ask, is that they donate a piece to the home, and we hang that permanently on our walls. And we also offer people to purchase a dedication for that piece of art, so they can honor a loved one. And that helps raise money for the home, but it also adds beauty to our walls. So
that's wonderful. Yeah. So you're going to amass a great collection of art. And so
we have already. It's fabulous. It's amazing.
So if you're just joining me, I'm talking to artist Zoe Nadel and also Joel Ashner, who is the Director of Philanthropy and Community Engagement at the Memphis Jewish Home and Rehab. They have a new art gallery. It's a rotating art gallery, the Gomez Auditorium Art Gallery, a lovely space where artists are being invited to get in touch and hang your work. So this really has, it suits two purposes. Not only does it enrich the lives of the families and the people who are at the home, but it also gives artists an opportunity to show their work.
Exactly.
This is true, and you're always looking for alternative spaces for artists to show. And another idea, and again I will credit Joel with this, is to turn over the month of December to show artwork that the residents have done or any of the staff. I know from being in the arts for so many years, there's a lot of hidden talent. And people are shy about putting their work out there, but now they have the opportunity to hang in a place that's familiar for them. So we encourage that for December.
So what do you have hanging now?
We have several different types of pieces. There are, oil acrylic, I think there are oil or acrylic paintings, there are some collages, there's different types of artwork, because they do a pretty wide variety of things in their art therapy class.
So tell me how the residents reacted when you said, okay, December's your month. I mean,
they're very excited. They were very excited, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, what are the hours if people want to come by and take a look at the art that's hanging now?
Mornings are better. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But Saturday mornings are the only time that are not good for us. But sometimes there are activities going on in the auditorium. But you can call our front desk and ask them, what times are totally open, so you can go in there. And that number is 901-758-0036.
Okay, and we'll give you that number again at the end of our chat. So the permanent art collection, the art, as you mentioned, is available for dedication in honor of a loved one. Now, people, when they show, when you have 1 to 2 artists showing at any given time, people can actually purchase a piece from the current exhibit, and then if they want, they can donate it back.
Absolutely. They can either take it home and hang it on their own wall, or they can donate it back to us.
Well, as Zoe mentioned, your book for 2017, but
yes, we are.
You're taking on 2018.
Sure, I'd love to hear from any artists that are interested, absolutely.
I love it, and I know that the residents and the folks that work there, too, it's just, we have the Gallery 1091, and I can't tell, coming in every morning and passing by beautiful art as I make my way back to my office, it's just a beautiful thing.
It is. The first day when I walked in after Zoe had hung her artwork, and I walked in the room that I'm usually seeing that has empty walls, and I saw all of her beautiful art, I just went, wow, this is amazing.
Well, I think it's so terrific that you came up with this idea, and
Thank you.
and you've seen the impact that it's had on the folks who are residents there and going through rehabilitation, and their families too who come to visit.
Kacky, I think the most rewarding experience for me was when I taught my collage class. And of course, there's apprehension. And suddenly, as the women started putting the pieces of paper together, and I think in the past, some of them probably did quilting or they sewed, and they would look up at me and say, "Wow, I did that? That's good." That is, as an artist and as an art teacher, that is so exciting to see that you. And then their caregivers would come in to take them away to go to either PT or OP, and they'd say, "No, you have to bring me back. I have to finish." And to see their look of, and even their caretaker said, "You did that? That's really good." Joel and I and Darlene, the art teacher, I can't tell you how big the smiles were, and a few tears, of course.
Oh, well, it's a wonderful thing, and it just gotten off the ground. So I urge people to come out and take a look for yourself, and they can end up going to the website after December to see who's going to be showing in January and February.
Our Facebook page is actually the best place to find out any updates about the gallery.
Okay, so just go to Facebook and look for Memphis Jewish Home, or go to memphisjewishhome.org. But there's probably a Facebook link on your website too, I would imagine. Okay, well, it's the new Gomez Auditorium Art Gallery, thanks to the efforts and love of Zoe Nadel, and it's doing so much for all of the folks there and their families and the staff too. You just can't put a price on the power of art to heal and to soothe and to comfort. So congratulations on all of your efforts, and Joel, thanks so much for coming in this morning to tell everybody about it. If you do want more information, you can call the Memphis Jewish Home 758-0036. If you're an artist who is interested in having your work shown in 2018, again, call that number. You can get in touch with Joel, and she can put you on the list.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, listen, thanks both of you ladies for coming by this morning.
Thank you.
And happy
Thank you.
holidays to both of you.
Oh, you
and
too.
happy holidays to you and everyone else. And remember, go paint.
Go paint.